A very warm welcome to the Creative Dealmaker podcast. I'm Carl Allen, I'm your host, and I'm going to be interviewing expert guests sharing investor strategies that will completely and utterly disrupt the market when it comes to buying and selling businesses all over the world.
Talk to me a little bit about Conquer. So talk to me about that journey, because that was a startup, right? And you scaled that, did amazingly well, and then you've exited that. So just talk me through that process as starting a business and scaling it versus like buying your dad's business, growing it and selling it.
It was definitely different. It was a completely different approach, but actually it did start with a small acquisition.
Oh, perfect.
It wasn't completely started from zero. So there was a small company called Automate, Grow, Sell that was owned by actually what has now become one of my best friends, named Josh Latimer. And he had only, he had sold a bunch of digital courses. There was digital courses. There was about like 140 buyers on his list of people that had bought stuff. The business was, kind of declining as far as how much revenue was coming in. It was really dependent on him. He was like the guru. He was the face of it. So I bought that business, and for about, well, I won't disclose the exact amount, but it wasn't very much. And I had him retain 10% ownership in the new company. And at that point, what I really kind of sat down was, how do we create a recurring business model for coaching where people could come in and pay monthly every single month, and there'd be some type of service digital course offering. And so I launched Conquer. So Conquer is the program / what eventually turned to the company name. We sunsetted the Automate, Grow, Sell name. And what we do is we went out and got other business owners that had built 7- and 8-figure home service businesses. And we had them come in as subcontractors to coach other home service business owners. So now we have over 40. We've done some really cool stuff. We have the Guinness World Record for the world's largest virtual business conference.
I know, I was there. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy, timing with COVID and everything else is just going to happen. We just said, let's send it. Let's go for it. But that's been incredible. We've helped the average home service business owner in our program grows 77% year over year.
Wow. And what's the industry growth rate like? About 10?
A little bit less than, a little bit less than 10%. It's
so
around
7 to 8xing like market growth, right? That's incredible.
Yes. Yeah. And and the biggest thing for me is I've been most proud of with that is that, people get more time freedom back. And, we've had our conquerors, start out small, get to a place where they're 7, 8 figures, and then they're only working a couple hours a week in their business, and either they sell and they exit, or they become a Conquer coach. And, now they kind of are giving back just like what they received from their first coach. And now they're getting incredible amount of fulfillment, and they don't make a whole lot of money for it. They definitely do.
That's so cool, man. Like that's very similar to the Protege model, right? So
right.
as Protege scaled to like over 1,000 members, since I launched it a couple of years ago, I needed to build a big coaching team, and all my coaches are successful deal makers that have closed deals, and they want to give back. They get a little bit of beer money, but that's just to say thank you. But
it's more about the giving back and serving people. There's a incredible amount of fulfillment you get from that. And holy cow, man, Protege has been incredible. For me personally, just to kind of be a part of it. And all of a sudden, this has really been one of the first times where I'm like, I found my tribe, of people that are, because I talk to people ask me what I do for a living, and I try to explain it. They look at me like a total freak. This is like a group where I talk to them and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. You're doing a bunch of crazy stuff like I am too. And it's been so cool.
So Conquer, so you exited that business, correct?
Yeah, we basically partnered up. It was a cash and equity deal. We partnered up with a company called House Call Pro, and it's been an amazing partnership. They're software experts, and they have an amazing community. They have 40,000 customers.
Wow!
And so we've been able to kind of like synergize together and cross sell. And it's been great. I told them that I'd stick around for a couple of years to make sure the transition is smooth, and that's coming up here shortly. And I probably am not going to leave. I'll probably just stay, and stay involved somehow, because
you're passionate about it, right?
It's the most fulfilling work I could do. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same with me. I probably spend 75% of my time doing deals. I'm got 4 deals under LOI right now that I'm going to close for the end of the year. But then I'm spending 25% of my time coaching, don't really make a lot of money out of coaching, but you know, it's not, that's not why I do it, right? I do it because I want to educate the
I've
market.
seen you cry up on stage, Carl. I know what it's about. I
You've seen me cry on
I
stage.
recognize the look.
But you know what's crazy, and maybe you get this as well in Conquer, but you know, the super highest benefit for me for Protege is the partners that come to me with deal flow. Like the last, every business I own today, I own 26 different companies. Every single one of those businesses, I'm partnered with a Protege.